Then find a citation that says a container is required to have gas pressure. You cannot find it. Well, gas pressure requires a container if you're talking about pressurized gas.
Clown. Hey guys, how's it going out there? Hope everyone's having a good one. As usual, if you'd like to support this channel, there are PayPal and Patreon links in the info box below. Hopefully we're coming in 5 by 5. We have the beautiful Betty Van Velsen here. What's going on, Betty?
What's going on? Well, I went to IKEA today.
We're going to go right into your day, right?
Yeah, well, it's that or the weather, so.
Nah, let's go with IKEA then. Go ahead.
Yeah, I needed some stuff, but that store is huge, man. But and they got a lot of like interesting things for people that are small housed, so that you can have these little closets and stuff and all kinds of things. But you have to buy things separate, right? They do that nowadays. So you think you have like a cupboard or a cabinet or whatever, and then you have to buy the doors separately or in the shelves.
You're telling me.
Whatever. Yeah. You're telling me what?
Yeah, you're telling me because I'm going through that same exact thing on the bow front. So,
Yep.
that it's a little game that's played, and I'm not liking the game all that much.
No, you can't buy something that's like complete, right? It's even with flights. You know, you go on a holiday, and then you have to buy for your suitcase that they can take with you your suitcase, right? It costs extra. Then you have to buy the kerosene for the fuel. I think that you just don't have to pay for the oxygen yet, right? But for the CO2 you have to pay, and for the nitrogen and whatever pollution, whatever you have to pay. For your seat you have to pay separately. They don't serve you any breakfast or meals or whatever during. They have to pay for that as well. It's all nasty.
It's a racket.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got this
Yep.
Lamborghini for you here. It's gorgeous, metal flake. It's pristine, and the tires are sold separately.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and the bolts and nuts too, right? You have to do that yourself as well.
Yeah.
And if you want to have it delivered at your house, it's also extra money, right? So I tried to fit that thing in my little car, and like I said, it was just, how can I make these little cars, and then you can't bend that stupid, you can't fold the front seat, right? To an extent that you can sort of put something over it so that you can move a long planks or whatever in that small car. What's up with that?
I don't know. You must have got the car from Ozark Mountain Dump Wheels.
We call that Beun de Haas.
Is that what you call? What is it again?
Beun de Haas.
Beun de Haas.
Yeah, it's a name basically, and if we say something like that, basically it means that you bought it from someone that's like, well, not that reliable, right? The Haas means the hare, right? It's like an animal.
Mm-hmm.
And the front name is just like a regular name. I don't think that people will call people that, but you could call it a name, for another surname, but a call name. Right?
I thought it was a derogatory name.
Yeah, but then by calling people such a name, it is a derogative thing for someone that has a company or a business that is like really shitty.
So use it in a sentence. English.
Use it in a sentence.
Yeah, so I can use it appropriately. Go ahead.
You bought that car from Bundahas.
I bought that sound system from Nathan Bundehaus.
No, not from Nathan. From Bundahas.
What's up, Nathan? How's the sound? Good? Nathan is ace. That's correct. We're getting a sound check. Radio check. 1 2 1 2 1 2.
You never seem to get to 3 somehow.
Yeah, it's just smoother with the 1 2 1 2 1 2.
1 2 1 2. Well, the 3 is very important, I think, because if that's convoluted, right? The TH it's sometimes you can't hear that well.
1 2 1 2 3. I shocked you.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, totally shocked.
See, it sounds great. So the little things we did, it looks like we're going to have a pretty in-depth project coming up here. Most likely in December, mid-December, late December, somewhere around there. I got to change out the whole sound system. So don't know. Usually it goes really bad.
Basically you end up not able to speak in Discord anymore. That's usually what happens.
Yeah, it's not like I said, we don't like talking about back office stuff, but this is really good. You guys are going to love it. It's going to drive me absolutely insane. Of course, when you change your sound system, because I'm a numpty when it comes to sound, computer sounds and stuff, and especially going through the desk with Banana, you can't talk to anyone because your sound system's down. So you got to trial and error your way, right, through the I don't know what you'd call it. Slalom, downhill slalom. So it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be aggravating. I'll throw some stuff around the room and then we'll get it squared away.
I can see that. The cat flies out of the window. And
now Nathan says, you know what? Nathan, you're right. It does sound good, and I do sound good in Discord from everyone that I didn't say anything. I just popped into various voice channels and just spoke, and I didn't ask for a radio check. How do I sound or anything like that to give them the power of suggestion to screw with me. So I just started talking. No one said anything. So I must sound great. Now I did ask Betty because I knew she wouldn't give me a hard time.
That's your feature. When you come in, then nobody speaks.
Well, that just depends on which VC it is. If it's in yours, then the nonsense usually halts when I pop in. That's a double-edged sword because sometimes I just want to come in and listen, right? I just need some background noise and I'm doing something else. But when I popped in there last night, right? Do that exact thing. And as soon as I come in, hey, QE, right? I didn't. So what has to happen is I got to create a sock account, and that's not going to happen. So I don't use socks. I don't like the concept. It seems disingenuous to me. It may not be, but it just seems that way to me. So I'll never do that. I'll never show up as somebody else. I can't do that.
Well, what you can do in Discord is change your name, right? And then before they know that it's you, might know you from your avatar, right? But before they really find it out, they have to go search out further.
Right.
That gives the time to just listen in.
Right. That's just the way it is now, and you're right.
And also your avatar, you can also change your avatar a little, and then people, because they know your name and your avatar so well, right? And I've trained my people in Discord, all these people, that if you're there, that they flee. Because if they cross swords with you, they usually end up in the woodshed. Which cost me a lot of trouble and time to get them out again.
Well, what happens is, I mean, they're really dumb for the most part, if I can stereotype them, because most of them are really, really stupid. So they know that their goose is cooked really quick, so they know what to do. They'll just start rumpusing. That's all they need to do.
Honest, you say something about them being stupid, but I think that the whole world is going stupid.
There's a lot of low intelligence out there. I mean, just basic garden variety, activities of daily living type of intelligence are sort of challenging for a lot of people. I've been finding out.
Well, the thing is, I think that the whole Orwell thing that's now going on, right? People do have double think and double speech and new speech in their heads the whole time, and they can hold two concepts at the same time with now almost any subject that you can imagine. So it's not just flat Earth; it's also about the whole CV stuff, vaccine
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
whatever, right? They hold two concepts. They can't discriminate anymore.
The-
And then the most amazing part is that they say, well, can you have your truth and I have my truth,
yeah,
or you have your beliefs and I have my beliefs.
right.
That pisses me off
Yeah, it
nowadays.
does. It's really stupid. Back to stupidity.
Because, and then I said, is there one absolute truth? And I said, be very careful how you answer this.
Because
Give me
I got
heads
that.
up, right?
Yeah, I got that back in the day. That was the old Evotard trick. Because, like I said, Baltards are just Evotards with different clothing on. So I ran
Yeah.
into that many, many years ago, and I said, wait a second. I said, you're saying there's no absolute truth, then what you just said is not absolutely true. It's
Yeah.
a built-in paradox.
Yeah, it blows your argument, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't know it. And I had a conversation one time at work with someone, and we were talking about science, and he said that I couldn't say anything about science because I wasn't a scientist. And then I asked him, I said, "Do you know what the scientific method is?" And he didn't want to go into it. I said, "Well, okay, so you don't want to tell me because you say that you know the scientific method, but you don't want to go into the scientific method. So I will tell you what the scientific method is, so that we can agree at least on what the scientific method is." I couldn't get the word in. He would rumpus me till the cows came home. I couldn't get through at all. And then it ended up at him saying, "Oh, no, I'm not going to listen to you. La 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 la." And he was going to go to his phone and put a music piece on with his earbuds in, and he wouldn't even let me speak anymore. And I was like baffled. I was so baffled with how the response is. Because after the scientific method, I would have said to him, I said, well, okay, so if I employ the scientific method, I am, by definition, a scientist. And he didn't take it. He didn't want to go there.
It's pretty surprising that he would do that. You can understand it, talking over the internet or on the phone or something like that, but one-on-one, that's pretty unique.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it was about the new topic, right?
Yeah, that
Where
new
people
topic.
are, the whole world is playing with. So they are, the scientists that they go by are their priests, and they don't go by anything else. So if you say that you've heard a Nobel Prize winner that has invented the mRNA vaccines, right? Those, or mRNA something with that. I don't know exactly what, but and then that he's against what's happening now, then they will just say that's not true. I mean, they don't want to listen. They say, yeah, but scientists never agree, and I'm following the mainstream scientists.
That's
What
when
the
you know
hell?
you're in deep kimchi. When
Yeah.
agree, disagree come up, you already know it's subjective. That should be a telltale sign to everyone that it's not actually science. Because
Yeah.
science is empirical. So that's
Yeah, but how would you tackle that? I mean, you can't tackle that if someone just tunes out and you can't even discuss this. You can't even have a conversation about it, you know. And then the end all solution is like, you have your beliefs and I have mine.
right. That's where
Just
it always falls back to.
does this. How many times I've heard that, or heard people say that to other people, like, yeah, you have your truth and I have mine, and then let's not talk about it. And I think, yeah, but when your truth is like um, sort of confounding my freedom, right? I'm bound by your freaking truth. Then it is important to talk about, right?
Can't have two truths. There's only one truth.
Yeah, like you can't be a little pregnant, right?
Hey, that's copyrighted.
Correct.
By whom?
You're coming a little by me. You're coming a little bit hot there, Neil. Let's fix you up. You're usually in your car or on a job somewhere. You've been
I know,
smoking
he's
that.
gonna walk
I'm
over
in the
to
car
game
right
stuff.
now, yes.
You sound great.
I have the headphones on. Speaking of avatars, that avatar of me, I went on 24/7. I started yelling at people. How dare they change my picture to whatever the heck this is? So I put a new picture on, and then my 11-year-old son comes up. He's like, Dad, did you change the picture? That was my avatar, because he's on our account. So I was like, oh boy, I just blamed everybody.
What the heck is
And it
that?
was you.
It's small. What is that? Like a transformer or something?
I guess so, something with one of his gaming things.
I don't know.
So I
It's
put it back on for him.
on my screen. It's pretty small, so it looks like a mishmash of colors. You can't make anything out with any distinction unless you click on it. Let's see what we got. Nathan said the sound is very dynamic and everything. So you're saying you fixed it? Outstanding. We sort of fell into that one. Oh, it's cool.
Yeah.
What else we
Papieren bitte.
Say again?
Papieren bitte.
What?
Papers, please.
Oh, papers, please. That's right. Yeah.
Right?
What's that in Dutch
Yeah.
again? That was very nice. Say that again.
That was German.
Was that German?
Yeah.
Say it again.
Papieren bitte.
Oh, I didn't hear the bitter part. Got it. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah.
So he's fantastic. Yeah. So listen, guys, we got a snappy show today because everyone's got appointments. Betty almost didn't make it. I have an appointment in a little bit. So, but I did want to go live because I ran a debate last week, so I kind of felt guilty. I said, I gotta go live, man. And we'll just get into various topics. I kind of like I was telling Betty, I kind of like this because you don't ever know what's going to happen. So.
Oh, that reminds me. I had a person DM me, and she wanted to know if there were any videos about the southern pole star, and I told her there's no such thing as a southern pole star. But she still was a little bit confused about how that is. That there is a sort of a circulation going around the southern point. Okay, because there's no star there, right? You have the southern crust that seems to be like making a 180 degrees.
Oh yeah, Nathan, don't steal my thunder, man. I was all over that. Jeez, he said curved adjacent, right? Is that Spurs Chemo in chat?
Yep.
What's up, Spurs? Haven't seen you or heard from you in a coon's age. You okay? Good to have you.
Are you just passing by my comments on the southern crust?
No, I'm not. We're going to get back to that. But Spurs, I looked down there and seen Spurs, and it was a pink Spurs. I said, is that who I'm thinking it is? So cool, man. Yeah, I hope everything's good. He's not paying attention to me. Oh, now he says
cool
hi.
if it's pink.
Thanks for all those numpty clips. We'll get back to the stars here in a second, Betty. But thanks. I didn't officially thank Spurs. 90% of the numpty clips came from Spurs providing the content. I still had to go through it, but he provided all that content, so I appreciate it, man. Thanks. He says he's been struggling with flat Earth. There's no struggle, man. We'll get back to the no struggle here in a second, but I wanted to get back to what Betty was talking about the star rotation. Go ahead, Betty.
Yeah, are there any videos about the Southern Cross rotation?
Are there any videos about the Southern Cross rotation?
Yeah. And how that works.
How it works?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Is it just the Southern Cross or is it all of them?
Well, the thing is that I think that people do that. How do you say that? So they set up a photo camera, right? And you get the star trails.
That's correct.
Yeah. So you point that that photograph thing to the Southern Cross or the where it circles basically, and you just let it go, right? And then you make a star trail thing, and then they say, well, it seems to circle around a point at the Southern.
Okay. And
Oh, there are some people that have some questions about that, and she wants to know, I think it's she, how that's like solved.
what? I don't know the riddle yet.
Well, the riddle is like we have the pole star, right? That if you point your camera at the pole star, it seems to circle around the north star, right?
Well, you're talking about in the north. Okay, we got the North Star and stars
You get the
circle
star
around
trails.
that. Gotcha. Okay. And
Yeah, so you see the star trails, and if you point your camera all the way to the south, right, with the compass to the south, you get the Southern Cross, and then you see something similar happen.
and the stars are all moving the same direction?
You tell me?
Yeah. All the stars, sun and the moon, save for Polaris, move from east to west. So there's no question there.
Happening on a ball, because if you're going to standing on a ball and the ball is like turning on an axis,
You're begging the question.
You would, but you would expect
Yeah.
to circular star trails on both sides. So how do we explain this on a flat Earth?
Say that one more time, because I was kind of halted at your begging the question fallacy. You said yeah and kept going, but go ahead, say that one more time.
Yeah, because then your thoughts stop basically.
Go ahead. I'll let you finish. Go.
Axis, we have a ball, and if you turn that ball, you would sort of expect, right, that you have these star trails, right, on both sides.
Both sides.
We have trails going around a point, or a fictional point, or not a real point, but a fictional point. But there is still star trails on the south and on the North Pole. So how do you explain that away on a flat Earth?
How do I explain? Number one, I didn't make a claim. It was.
Well, the star trails are the claim.
Don't rumpus me.
Yeah, the star trails are the claim that it is a fact.
Star trails don't make claims. They don't have lips or vocal cords. So number one, I didn't make the claim. So I often don't explain things I haven't made claims for. That's number one. Number two, I'm still stuck at what the actual problem is.
Betty, can I ask something? Hello, Kiwi. Hey,
What's
Betty,
up, Brian?
everyone.
You guys are loud, man. I need to wait a minute. I need to.
Yeah, Brian, you came in a little bit loud too. So let me go.
Okay.
Hold on one second. I need to go in there and turn you down a little bit. Looks like Nathan's fix has put the kibosh on everyone's sound. Everyone's a little bit louder. Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, I think what the girl is asking is, well, she doesn't know it, but I think what she actually is asking is, how come when I look up in the sky, it looks always the same everywhere in the world?
No, that's not true, is it?
That's what she's asking, but she doesn't know that's what she's asking. You know, she thinks she's asking something else.
She thinks she's asking something else?
Yeah, because when she looks up in New Zealand or Chile or Germany or anywhere, if there's clouds, she won't see anything. If there isn't, she will see something in the nighttime. And that's the end of that, isn't it? You look up and you see the same thing more or less. So I don't know what her question is. She thinks she has a different question.
That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the actual question. I think I don't want to presume her question. I just don't see the question yet, unless Betty, you would want to clarify one more time for us.
Yeah, well, the question is, what you have the Southern Cross, right? And in the suppose that you are in the beginning of the night that you can see it, right? You see it in a certain position. The next morning, it's upside down.
Okay, it's moved across the sky. Go on.
So it moved now, not that far, but it moved a little, and it was and it's finally upside down. If you make a star trail, so you make a sort of a series of photographs, and you make star trails of it, you can see that it is a sort of circle that it makes, right? It makes a circle, and then you can see that why the Southern Cross would be upside down at the end of the night, sort of, right? Because of the star trails. But then again, it doesn't explain why it would have a circular motion. Well, if I'm not looking westward, I'm not seeing it. If I'm looking eastward, I'm not seeing it, right? So that's and northward, I would see it. So that would make sense on a ball, right? But it doesn't make sense, particularly for some people on a flat Earth.
I don't see the connection there. Number one, it's not a circle, right? In the south,
It is a circle.
in the
It's not
south, you see the whole circle. Really? Show us.
Let me see if I can. So talk amongst yourselves. Let me see if I can find it.
My son says the same thing. This is the same argument my son comes up with.
There
2
is
points
no
in the
argument
sky.
here. You're saying it works.
I know.
It works, right? I just don't.
Sorry, are you really saying it works?
No, I thought you said to explain. Well, it works on a ball. Is that what you said?
Yeah,
On the ball.
that's what they claim, right? That's what they say, right? And I mean, I can imagine it on a ball, working on a ball.
So
right?
it's a claim about the surface of the Earth, or is it a claim about what or if something's rotating or not? Which one is it?
Claim about what Star Trail is doing in the sky. That's what it is.
But it's got to be related to the surface of the Earth or the rotation of the sky, or which one is it?
No, the rotation doesn't matter.
Okay.
We see a circular motion happening.
Okay.
In the north, at the North Pole, right? I think it's there. It's counterclockwise, right?
That's not a direction, by the way.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Yes,
but
it does.
It gives you an idea which way it goes. In the south, it's the other way around. And
No,
it makes
yeah,
sense.
but it's all. Yeah, let's stop right there before you start
I
rumpusing.
know what you're going to go through, and I understand that. You don't have to teach me on that.
Oh, I'm not teaching you. This is for the audience. I already know you know that. I just didn't think that you knew what you just said.
Go on.
No, I'm done. No, I'm finished. I'm still struggling.
That whole thing.
So you said go on and then you rumpus me. That was a good one.
Oh, just continue.
Go on. Just continue. Now, are you going to let me go this time or no?
Maybe.
But there really isn't much to say. So I think we've pinpointed it because it has nothing to do with rotation. So the claim is in reference to what shape or surface characteristics comply or are consistent with that observation you just gave us. Am I correct?
Excuse me, are you talking to me? I thought you were talking to the audience.
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Well, I'm looking at freaking star trails, crying out loud.
This is painful.
Yeah, repeat it again. Sorry.
Now, I gave you two choices with the beginning of your friend's argument. It's always the friend that has the argument, or the problem. So there's only two contexts to be appropriate to the discussion. So if they're saying that, okay, the stars rotate this way or that way, and it's conducive more to a ball, then you're attaching the context of the argument directly to the shape that's underneath. Correct?
I don't know. No, not particularly.
Then what the hell are you on
Yes,
about?
the answer is yes.
Yes, yes. Sorry, my mind is on the Star Trails photo, and there's some text that's here.
I'm not
Uh,
looking. I'm not looking. I'm sorry. That was
and
really good. The audience got a lot out of that. Thanks, Betty.
I'm going to post it to you so that you can maybe pull it up. I hope. Let me see if that happens.
Just post it in Ballbusters text chat right here in Discord.
Oh yeah.
That it's easier for me to get to right there.
There's some text. I don't know what the text says. So because
What?
reasons.
Because of reasons. That's a
I'm
good
fine.
one.
It's a reminder of when I had that conversation. Well, conversation. That stupid fight with Red's rhetoric. It didn't work. I'm going on about. Let me do it again. Seems to be stuck.
You better hurry
somewhere.
up. We only got like 35 minutes to go.
What are we talking about today?
Well, it was a free for all today.
Why doesn't it want to do this?
Yeah, you're
Oh,
not
there we go.
posting anything in here. Ah, now you did. Okay,
So
let me
you
take.
see these beautiful circles in the sky, right? And one is going counterclockwise, and the other one is going clockwise. And you would expect like that those are the axis basically, right, of a ball. You can see the northern star circling around that, and on the southern part you can see it circling around a non-polar star, right? Because there's no star at the southern end.
Yeah, you said that
Whatever
about 10 times already. We got that?
Yeah, whatever that is, right? So I know the answer to this. I do know the answer to
I
this.
know you do. I've been trying to get you to go there, but you won't. I don't think you need to go there, but this is, like I said, number one, I didn't make the claim, so I don't usually explain things. I don't make claims for it. Hold on, don't rumpus me.
Oh my goodness gracious, you're like nasty to me.
No, just don't rumpus me. I was into my sentence, and all I hear is you back there yakking.
Yakking? I'm not yakking. I'm quitting.
So, can I get my thoughts out clearly so we can summarize before you give your...
Well, let's hope that you make it clear. Go on.
That's a friggin' ad hom.
You better believe it, mister.
Hey, let me see if I can't put it up on the screen 1 second. Most people have seen this. There you go. That's what she provided me, folks. Sorry for not putting it up earlier. I'm
Oh,
not
you did
sorry,
have it.
though. It's only like 15 seconds late. But I ran across this site just to get off the beaten path here. This Flat Earth, debunking Flat Earth. It's a knuckleheaded site, for number one. So I'll ad hom it. It's really stupid. I'm going to have to get them to confirm both places, right? I'm going to need coordinates, GPS coordinates, whatever. I'm going to need it on a map. I'm going to need time of day, right? I'm going to need all that because I really don't trust people, especially baltards, anymore. And this might be the case, and that I'm fine with it. I'm just saying I need some pedigree information here, number one. Number two, let's go back to the explanations deal. I like I said, I always say this. Hopefully everyone gets this. I don't explain things I haven't made claims for. I just don't do it. It's one of my refrigerator rules, right? It's sort of a feeble shifting the burden of proof fallacy from the other side when they try to play that explain this game. It's really nonsensical once you think about it. Number three, I need to know what the actual claim or question is specifically, right? Because if you just throw this out there ambiguously, I'm not saying you, Betty. If somebody throws this out there ambiguously, I'm going to sit there and laugh at them. I'm going to try to pinpoint their claim or have them pinpoint their claim for me so me, and the audience knows exactly what the claim is so I can destroy it, right? And that hasn't happened here today.
Can I sort of like elaborate on that?
Yeah, go ahead. Sure.
Claim,
Yeah.
I think, because I think that I've run into that same question with Red's rhetoric back in the day, and what they sort of say is that they see these star trails in the south, right? And they think that the south is one point, right? And they say, well, we see this star trail thing happening in the south from the tip of the most southern tip of Australia, New Zealand, Chile,
Yep.
and South Africa, right? And that's why you say, well, we need time, coordinates, and we need people to do that at the same time. But you can't because there's these daylight. There might be daylight in the southern tip of Australia, right?
Yeah.
And not night. So you will never be able to see this happening at these three places.
So it's probably not a good idea, Baltards, for you to make that claim then, right, Betty? Sorry, go on, Betty.
Agreed.
Exactly. So that's
I-
one.
I know a bit about that claim, Betty.
Hold on, Brian. Let Betty
Okay,
let her finish
I'll
up,
go
and
after
then
her,
we'll
yeah.
go right to you.
Apologies.
Yeah, and I have to give some other YouTuber the real credit for this, and it's P-Brain. He has a channel on Flat Earth, and P-Brain had a really good understanding about perspective and corpuscular rays and whatever, and he explained this phenomena to me in a sort of comprehensive way, but it's difficult to sort of elaborate on, especially when my English is like a little bit too
Well,
bad,
yeah,
basically.
yeah. It's not bad. We need P-Brain to come on here, right?
Yeah.
So P-Brain,
Yeah.
if you're listening, get in contact with me or Betty or somebody on the panel, Brian or Neo or anyone you know, and come on here because you're cool in my book, and I remember you from back in the day, and I'd love to have you on the show. So please continue, Betty.
So what he back then in a video explained was that when we are outside, suppose that you would be on a field and you are outside, what the perspective does, the celestial perspective does, right, is that it sort of forms a dome around you. Right, so it will take stars close to the horizon, but those are far, far away. Like the sun, when the sun goes down, it goes near to the horizon, right? It goes near to, and some people say that it will go under the horizon, but that's just because the sun gets further and further from us. So the same happens with these stars, and it forms a sort of a fictional dome around you. And if you move that dome, then you get that sort of circular trail, star trail motion, in a sense. It doesn't make that whole plane of stars which move just from one. What was it, west to east? In this case, was it west to east or was it east to west?
Stars are east to west. Yep.
Yeah, I always get those confused. But so east to west. So that happens, and that will happen. But that fictional dome will always at the south make it seem like that star trail in the south will happen.
So it's apparent.
Yeah.
Brian's gonna love that.
And it has to do with this perspective, right? It has to do with the perspective that you have. And there's a really, really good video about that that I really love. But I had to watch that a couple of times, and then I thought, yeah, I now get what it means by this, and it will look like that.
I know what you're talking about. I think I watched that video when it first came out. It was a long time ago. I'm not a big perspective guy. That's not where my expertise lies. It was a bit confusing for me, and I watched it a couple times, and it seemed to make sense, and I just went away from it. But all right, you done? Because Brian wants to add something.
Sure.
Go ahead, Brian.
Thanks, QE. Yeah, that claim was from 2016, and that claim is purely globe. The claim of seeing the same star trails at the same time from Australia, South Africa, and southern Chile or whatever. That's a purely globe claim, whereas it's worked out mathematically on a globe that can happen like one night or something, or one small period of time throughout the year. If you're on a globe and three people looked this direction at this particular time, it would that'd still be what you could call nighttime up to a point, or early morning in one place, late evening in another place, and night in another place, where you'd be able to see the stars. This is the claim. But the whole thing is destroyed by magnetic declination, because even if you do the declination between Sydney and Johannesburg, when you do that declination, there is, I think it's 2,200 plus miles more of distance. So it's absolutely destroyed by magnetic declination. But they never want to hear that. They keep coming back with this claim every year. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, I knew that a
That's
long time ago. That's why I always asked, if you go back and listen to any rebuttals or this claim right here, I'd always ask them for that. I'd say, okay, no problem. First of all, I want no diagrams. I want no models of what you think it should be. I need your exact location, GPS coordinates. I need the azimuth, and I need to see the azimuth, that is the compass, direction to what you're pointing at. I need time and date, all the pedigree information, right? And then the conversation would implode, because they'd lose their bananas, right? Because they knew they were busted.
Right? Yeah, you're never going to get that from them.
Yeah.
I had one guy, it was really funny, and I think I still had the photo. I put it up every now and again. He had a little flat earth straw man fallacy map, the AE one. And then he took clips of pictures from the north, the stars in the north and stars in the south, and he pasted them on the diagram. He goes, that's what it would be.
Wow.
Pretty sad.
You remember that? Yeah.
I do remember seeing this. Yeah, I do remember you presenting something like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to track that down. I did. I think I did it on Nathan's show and one on my show. I got it running around here somewhere. It's too funny. All right. Anyone else have any more on this little fiasco?
No, just that my son says the same thing. I'm gonna show him this when I get back home, and I want to end to this, because this is just something that's coming up on YouTube, coming up on the internet, and that's what he's hanging his hat on.
I'd say one thing. You know that lady, Betty, that's been asking you questions? Sorry, 1 second.
Again, sorry?
Sorry, you know the lady that's been asking you questions about the Southern Star Trails? Know this question?
But she wants to be able to attack this when people attack her, right? She wants to have the understanding of this. So I want to have this as a sort of a go-to video, maybe, and hopefully she will be able to
attack it.
Yes.
Well, I can give you something really simple to tell her, and you can refer to me, because I've lived in Australia. If you were standing, I'm in Ireland, let's just say, or you can use Holland. If I'm standing looking north, then my right shoulder is towards the east, my left shoulder is towards the west. The stars will come over my right shoulder and go to my left shoulder. If I'm standing in Australia looking north, then my right shoulder is also towards the east, and my left shoulder is also towards the west. And the stars will come over my right shoulder and go to my left shoulder. If I turn around and look south in Ireland, the stars will come over my left shoulder, because my left is to the east then, and go over my right shoulder. And if I go do the same thing in Australia and look south, the stars will be coming over my left shoulder, because my left shoulder is then east, and going to my right shoulder. So it's purely just about what direction you're looking. And
I don't think that's her problem, Brian. I think, because I said there's only two facets that you can argue with this ambiguous. It's not even a claim that she made. You can only go the route of star direction or rotation direction, or it's in the context of whether the Earth's shape underneath your feet. There's only two, unless she's completely off her rocker. Right?
Yeah, I understand.
Right? Yeah. But everything you said is correct. I mean, that's correct. But Betty's going to have to get more clarification. We're going to have to get that notarized, Betty.
Notarized?
Notary of public.
Notary, yeah. Hey, Apocryphon sent me a message. Brother, I am not playing videos on my channel. So I don't care who it's from. I just don't do it. I don't want to. I just don't want to muck with it. Last time I did it, a short little piece, strike. So I'm not doing it anymore.
Yeah, I posted in another video of another photo. Maybe you can snatch that in Ballbusters live stream chat.
Oh, yep, I can. 1 second.
Yeah.
Yep, that's from P-Brain. I remember this.
Yeah, I posted the link also in the chat for this video, and it's really, really good.
Yeah, it's up.
Okay, so you can see that there is a sort of a dome around the guy, right, in the middle, right? He's now not at the sort of the pole, but you see that the stars is like a sort of a dome around him, and then you see these sort of adjacent sort of like white stripes, right? Those give the direction of the star trails, basically. And you can see that if you point your head towards the North Star, which is the red dot, right, above there, then you can see that there will be a star trail there, right? If that whole thing moves like a sort of a dome ball over your head.
Yes.
But if you look southwards, you just would see a little bow, a little, well, but you can't see it. But if you move more southwards, you would be because that dome will sort of like change, and the North Pole star you wouldn't be able to see, that would be close to the horizon. So you always see a sort of a semi dome over your head.
Yeah.
If it was walled up, you would see it differently.
Yeah, and I like the way he explained this. And the baller's comeback is, there's another stupid flat earther with the personal dome. And if they say that to if they say that to window licking knuckle draggers, they'll just dismiss you as an idiot.
Yeah,
right?
well, the thing is that you have these people that want to sort of calculate everything, and everything is numbers, and but explain a mirage in numbers, right? Yeah, come on. You have these sort of eye tricks that happen, and you can't explain that just as easily. So this is an intuitive thing, a more spatial awareness thing that
Yes.
people just don't seem to get.
Nope,
right?
they don't.
And the mere expanse of the Earth, and how large it is, how big and how far away the stars are, and what their movements are. We are just a tiny speck on the Earth, or like a little dust. And then you think that you can like ascertain exactly how things are operating above
How
your
far
head.
away the stars are? How far away are they?
Who knows, right? We don't.
Well, you said how far away the stars were.
I think I would be having trouble just pinpointing myself if I would even be under the freaking North Pole star, right? Would I be really under it, or will I be just meters or kilometers away from it? Because it seems that I can walk just a little and just be under it, right? Because we live in the Netherlands, it's kind of high up north, but you will never reach it somehow. It seems, right? So it's fast. It's just fast. We can never calculate that, I think.
Well, like I said, try to get P-Brain on here. I think we've talked about this before. I don't know whether he retired or not, but
well, he does videos still, but on other topics as well, I think.
Yeah.
And sometimes he attacks Simon Dan and the other guys.
That's when you need to get him. Get in his comment section and tell him, hey, Huey wants you to come over, because I couldn't do this justice. I mean, I'd fumble and bumble and stumble around with this, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Right.
it would be great if we could just take this video, and he should basically sort of renew this video in the sense, just put it out again, right? Just put it out again and let people see.
I agree.
This was it. I think it's one of his masterpieces.
I think it is too.
Yeah.
And no better to have him go through it and explain it.
Yeah.
Right? Even though I know you understand it really well.
I can't explain it well, yeah, like a little. But you have to have a lot of concepts, and you have to explain it one by one, and then you have to incorporate it into one, and then you know how it works.
Right.
What Brian's logic was saying is that if you stretch your arms out, right, then you have, and you make circles, then one end would make a clockwise circle, and the other one would be counterclockwise, from my perspective as the observer in the middle, right? So that's easy to understand. And if you just would like would put one hand down, and that's below the horizon, you wouldn't be able to see it, then the other one would be up, and the other way around. So that's basically that dome that is shifting the whole time. And now you have to add in perspective, and then people can't do that.
No.
I think art classes have to be sort of like compulsory at school.
A prerequisite to really understand in perspective, because we're exposed to it every day. We're just like almost unaware of it, right? We just take it for granted. We don't think about it all that much because that's just the way things are, right? But when you start to get into some of the nuances, they're quite surprising.
Yeah. Well, I think that if people look at paintings, intuitively they know if something's off, right? If I would make a painting and I would present it to people, people would really point out the faults that I would make perspective-wise, because our eyes are sort of like trained to see how it's supposed to be, right? You know perspective at heart, and not everybody can apply it by drawing and painting, but you can see when it's wrong, right?
Yes.
You can see when you have for example, someone is stretching and it's towards you, and someone would paint a whole arm, then you would say that arm he has it upwards and not towards us, right? So you know that it's wrong.
Especially if it's paint by numbers.
I was looking at the word foreshortening. I remember that there was a whole show, a couple of shows on Nathan's that was about foreshortening.
You like that, don't you?
Well, I never heard that word before, and I thought, yeah, it made sense.
It does have some connotations to it that would get you giggling.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when guys say. Yeah.
So listen, we're 52 minutes in, and you see how this goes? See, I love this.
I saw a super chat coming by, and I didn't shout it.
Yeah, you're not doing your job. You're fired.
Well, luckily I can go.
Go ahead.
It's from Sasha. He's also in the chat here. Unit Movie says, sunsets prove that dark is coming.
The dark's coming. What's the speed of dark? Thanks, Sasha.
That sky dome thing that you're talking about there with P-Brain, they keep saying that's a flat earthers thing, but it's not. That's something that I think I've seen it in one of the. I think I've seen Tent Man speak about it or show some things to me about it from the navigation books he has. Like it's a thing. Like it's like you have a person of what appears to be a dome, like, you know, because some stars are down close to the horizon, other stars are straight above you, and other stars are close to the horizon behind you. Let's just say if you're at the water at the ocean. So that's just that's not something that flat earthers. Although flat earthers might have, like Journalism, I think was the first to detail it. He might have just spotted it, but it was already spotted. It's not something that we came up with. There's been a good few things like that where we've been accused of things that be, like the borders that go, that's just flat earther stuff or made up by, you know, flat earthers or whatever. But it's not. It's actually just us recognizing something that has been recognized by other people that the ballers have never encountered.
I agree.
You know?
You're exactly right, Brian. Yep.
We get blamed.
But that's okay. For they can Jedi mind trick the ones that can't fog a mirror, but the ones that can fog a mirror, they see right through it's just paper mache nonsense, incoherent drivel. right? They're rebuttals. They're jokes now.
Yeah.
To me, they are.
Well, somebody says the black swan debunks nothing, and then I think, okay, that's just words, right?
It's just a generalized, ambiguous. Nuh-uh. Well, that's a pretty powerful argument. I think Stanford and Harvard Law are tripping over themselves trying to recruit you.
But that's what they say, QE. Even the Kuba virus said it the other day. I have no problem with the black swan. Oh, you do have a problem with it, buddy.
You're just too stupid to realize you do have a really big problem with it.
Correct. It takes away your whole ball, dummy.
You big dummy.
Yeah.
So listen.
And then
go ahead, Betty's still on the roll. Sorry, Betty, go ahead.
The people still think that you can see from I think, what is it, England to America if you are on a flat Earth, right? That would be like normal. And I think, well, you can't see to the other end of a hallway. Come on.
Yeah.
So did you expect that to see so far, right? We all know that that's bullshit.
Yeah, because we have record of 275 miles photo. That means we cannot make more than that. Because if somebody make more, that means that he's taking the record.
Well, it's stupid to just say.
But we even have value for that. It's really 275 miles. That's only part of what is the longest distance, and that's the value if that's true. But that I think it is true. That means we cannot see 300 miles. Why? Because we don't have technology to do that.
No, you couldn't see it anyway.
Yeah, I know.
You couldn't see it anyway.
Cannot see
there's a number of reasons why. Hold on. There's a number of reasons why, and Betty, she didn't get into the reasons why. But the one that stands, that's a really stupid claim. That's like a 2015, when I first arrived, off the cuff claim, right? Just repackaged. And like I said, with the can't fog a mirror hordes, that gets by. Just the ambiguous claim. Oh, yeah. But if you just dig Formica deep underneath it, you say, oh, well, there's a lot more to this that we have to take a look at here. And it's the acuteness. The main thing is the acuteness of the angle, right? It depends on where you're at and what elevation you are. It's just as simple as that.
How did Arwin call that? He had a name for that.
Oh, yeah, he used to. What? Hold on. I'll bet you Nathan knows.
Yeah, there was a thing that he said about that because the narrowing angle, right? How far do you look to narrow the angle is from where you are looking at?
Yeah, I remember him saying that. He had a phrase for it. I can't recall it right now.
Who are you referring to?
Arwin.
Arwin had a really good sort of phrase for things getting smaller in the distance, where it's so small that the angle is so acute that you can't see objects anymore because it's too narrow. Basically.
Optical. It's an optical something. Slant. Was it optical slant? Was that it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Do you remember that, Brian? Anyone remember him saying that?
Yeah, optical slant. That's what I remember. Yeah, there's a diagram, like a drawing that Nathan shows on his show all the time on the slideshow. I think that's it. He's talking about the optical slant.
Yeah, that's it. I think that's the same thing as what we're talking about. Hopefully.
Yeah. It is. You said it well as well, right? With the acuteness of the angle.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I've been practicing.
Well, but if you take it further and further away, that angle at the sort of horizon level, right? It would be just so small that it wouldn't be visible.
Yeah. Did you say further?
Further. Yeah.
I thought you said further.
Huh?
I thought you said further. Furder. Further.
Oh no.
All right. That's ridiculous. It's a show. It's a show about nothing. Right there. Getting in your car, going to work. That's a show.
It's perfect for it.
That's what it is, man. That's what we're doing. It's like Seinfeld on here, man. But I'll tell you what, it was really good. I know you guys are going to be upset. You didn't get a chance to talk a whole lot. Maybe we'll do this next Tuesday too, because it turned out so well. Like it usually does. But I'm going to have to break away here. So let's go down and have everyone. It was a good show. Let's go down and have everyone channel shout outs, final thoughts. Keep it quick. Go. Betty, take charge.
Well, me?
Yeah.
Now?
Now.
Okay. Brian, keep it quick, short.
Yeah. I have a channel on YouTube, Brian's Logic. If you go over there, you can subscribe. If you don't, then you won't. It doesn't matter if you do or don't. Thanks.
I love that. That's a good one.
Can you do that again? Subscribe. I
Yeah.
can't even reproduce. Yeah, do it again.
I have a channel on YouTube. It's called Brian's Logic. And if you go over there, you can subscribe. If you don't, then you won't. And I don't mind if you do or don't. Thank you.
The first time was even better than the second one, I think. Okay, we got Carlos. Have we met
Santana.
Carlos? Let's see what he has to say. Carlos, you're off mute.
No, great show. Love it. Yeah, keep it up. Look forward to next week.
Cool, man. Yeah, sorry for how short it was. Like I said, I got a conflict. I can't get out of these conflicts on Tuesday. I'm going to try to get out of it for the next couple weeks. We'll see how that goes. I'll find out today. Neil.
Yeah, Neil. Make it short and concise.
Yeah, Brian says that, and I always got to say this. Subscribe to Brian's Logic. His channel is Ace, and he's got structural support.
Too funny, man.
Thanks, Neil.
He's got structural support. Apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
Apparently. What?
Yeah, don't worry about it. We'll get bogged down for at least 30 more minutes. But it was pretty fun on the show. They would have to go back to Flat Earth debates and listen to that. Some of it was pretty good.
Okay.
Sasha, I've taken charge.
Oh, yeah.
Sasha, final thoughts?
Well, I came later. I don't know even what you spoke.
Well, it was mostly Betty.
I was in chat and I saw Zorg bullshitting there something, and then I write something because he's writing flat earth cannot explain sunset, blah 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 blah, doesn't matter, you know. And yeah, I was in chat, you know, and I made another super chat, and now you need to read it. That's
you did, Betty. You're kind of slacking.
I don't want to rumbush you because I get like smacked on the head. Right?
Go ahead.
Shout it out. Okay, so where are thousands videos showing curvature everywhere?
There isn't.
Yeah, and there's another super chat, by the way, from Flat Earth Travolta.
That's a good one. I like that one. Yeah.
Travolta. It's flat. QE and Nathan are ace.
Thank you.
And how about me?
Yeah.
Yes, and I like it. Your last ballbuster with you and Nathan. It was really great.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate it. Yep. The Adam Meekin has been out to lunch. So I don't know where he's at today either. He's got a lot of family conflicts and stuff. He better start getting his act together.
Yeah, I agree. We miss him.
I knew you would.
And we had no time to eat bananas.
I did. Don't worry. I ate one just a little while ago, and you substituted fine for Adam.
Oh, wow. Well, don't expect me to do that every time. Huh?
Yeah, you try to get your... Yeah, she'll try to get her 10,000 words out.
Well, I didn't have any chance today, so that's good now,
yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm.
Scrat, it's flat. What's up, man? Haven't seen you in a coon's age. What you been doing? Got any questions? Make it quick. Scrat's not playing.
That's really. Is he on mute? He's on mute.
He's on mute.
I'm taking him off mute.
Yeah, I've been on mute. You unmuted me when we first started.
Yeah.
But I had to take a phone call, and when I came back, I was muted again.
Yeah.
But it just baffles me when people try to, tell you what the Earth is by looking at the lights in the sky. I will never understand that.
I agree.
But I want to give another shout out to P-Brain. He definitely has some really good videos.
I agree on both counts. It's your mission, Scrat, to get him on this show.
I don't even know how to contact him.
Well, you got to figure that out, Scrat.
That's bad.
Okay.
You got to adapt, overcome, without any instruction whatsoever.
Well, about the you asked why I haven't been around. I started a new series listening to books, and I got hung up on the books, and I haven't been on Discord for quite a while.
It's been
a while.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen you. That's why I was surprised to have you. Well, welcome, and like I said, you're always welcome. You always have really great questions too. However, this isn't the day to ask them.
Yeah. What next?
Well, I try to get it, try to make it to all your shows, but like I said, I got really hung up on those books. I got so deep into it, and I totally forgot the time and everything. When I realized the time was up, show was over.
Sure, that happens. Yeah, just don't let it happen again. Trinity or Incarnation?
Yeah, he's off mute.
Trinity Incarnation. That's kind of unique name.
Yeah.
Well, alrighty then, Trinity Incarnation. We'll have to wait for you next. What?
He's talking amongst himself.
All right, he can talk amongst himself. All right, Betty, you might as well round out the show since. Okay, Betty. You might as well. Let me try this one more time without rumpusing me. You might as well round out the show because this show was like all you.
Well, you said that you didn't have any content today, so
I didn't have any what?
Content.
Oh yeah, I have it in backup right here.
No, you weren't going to present. You had nothing.
Oh,
So
I had nothing. How much you want to wager on that?
You were like a blank. You didn't have anything.
How much you want to wager on that?
Instead of like talking about food.
You little munchkin. Go ahead and look at the you munchkin, you friggin' midget.
Get it right, beautiful munchkin.
And talk about some real flat earth topic.
You little, midget golfing Dutch numpty. Look on the live stream. You said I didn't have any backup. Oh, yes, I did, because I was going to talk about the curved adjacent. You see this? I had this lined up.
An oldie one. Come on. We all done with that.
We're not done. No. So don't underestimate your opponent.
Well, since we are not talking bows, food, and other topics, right?
Mexican naked Mexican dogs.
Yeah, powder puffs. Yes. So yeah. So I thought I'd bring up a real topic that someone had a question about, and I think this one was a really good show by going to, right? You can sort of rename this one the P-Brain show.
It was a good show. Way to red herring fallacy away from the point. You said I wasn't ready for anything, and I was.
You weren't. You told me so in the beginning. You said I'm not doing any.
I said I'm not doing any presentations.
Like a blank. See, you're rumpusing me again.
Now you're rumpusing me. You've been rumpusing me the whole show.
What is so difficult by stopping and not entering in the middle of my sentence?
I'll tell you what.
You better get out while you can, Kiwi.
No, she better get out while she can.
Women are always right. You know that, right?
Even when they're wrong.
Say that one more time. Well, hold on. Say that one more time. That's all right, folks. I muted her when she said it.
Oh,
Heard it.
it's gonna have repercussions. You know that.
This is gonna have some repercussions later. I muted the whole hangout, so you wouldn't have known anyway.
Feel that one.
All right. Go ahead. Well, listen. Make sure. Go ahead and round out. I gotta get out of here.
Are you going to mute me?
I'm not going to mute you ever again, as far as you know.
Exactly. So, great show today. I had my topic out. It's my favorite topic. I like perspective, and I like the whole thing with the supposed dome over our heads with the stars. The stars, even though that it doesn't even prove anything, right? We don't know anything about the stars, right? We haven't been there. Neither will we ever be there. So I think it's, but this is a good topic, and I hope that I can sort of refer to this video for the one that DM'd me. So I will give it a link. I hope she's happy with this. And I was supposed to do shows on Thursdays, but I need to do some more research on that sort of topics, and hopefully in a couple of weeks I will have or not confounded and put into a slideshow to present. So I hope that people can hold on tight and wait for that.
Was that it, Betty?
Yep.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the panel. Outstanding discussion. Like I said, I love these shows. The open panels. Anyone can join. You can just come on in, and we'll get the cases. You never know what that case might be, though. That's the fun of it. But I got to take off. Hang in there, guys. See you next Tuesday.